The Tango Sounds, the Isley Brothers, 15 in front of 10 on WMCA is a brand new one, baby. Pick up on that great big sound and pick up on this. Here come the bride. I'll pick up the bride in your hand there, baby. In your arms. That's you. Carry her across the threshold there. Take her right into the kitchen and show her the sparkling new equipment that you expect her to do the dishes with, cook your, food with, and the clothes with, and the whole bit there. And she's a very happy bride because you gave her a wonderful June bridal gift from Masters, our town's original discount department store where smart bridal shoppers always go for the lowest prices, the widest selection, and courteous service. Masters has everything for the new bridal household. Fine linens, beautiful dishes, superb silverware, and handy kitchen items like electric broilers, modern blenders, food grinders, drink mixers, and handsome clocks, all at the lowest prices in town. Masters is also your bridal gift headquarters for dishwashers, irons, vacuum cleaners, and all types of automatic laundry equipment. If you're going to a June bridal shower or wedding, take along a gift from Masters where you can charge it with Unicard. There are handy Masters stores in Westchester, Chelmsford, New Hyde Park, Long Island, Main Street, Flushing, and 48th Street in good old Manhattan. 78 WMCA degrees with the most talked about radio show in the entire New York turf, the most talked about station in the nation. WMCA, your leader, BMR, and Nancy Sounds, baby.
There's a wonderful world of softness, a wonderful world of freshness. It's the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful world of Salem cigarettes.
Salem softness freshens your taste.
Softly freshens.
Salem softness freshens your taste.
For the smoothest flavor ever, smoke Salem cigarettes.
Salem is more than just a filter cigarette. Salem gives you a modern filter plus rich tobacco taste. Smooth with menthol, softened with fresh air. Yes, Salem softness freshens your taste.
There's a wonderful world of softness, a wonderful world of freshness. It's the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful world of Salem cigarettes.
Another reactivated flash. One of the great sounds by Del Shadow from 61. Honey, runaway ghost scooter. Sing your heart out.
As I walk along, I wonder what went wrong.
Run away. And the Angels ran away with the Tigers. The first of a twin bill, 8-3. WMCA is number one. And, of course, the runaway number one station in the entire nation, the most talked about affair, is WMCA. And, of course, one of the good reasons for it is everybody has been getting those Good Guy sweatshirts. And if you're too impatient to wait and win a free WMCA Good Guy sweatshirt, from now until June 30th, which, of course, honey, is just 2 more days away, we over here at WMCA offer you or your club or group a chance to buy your sweatshirt. You can send your name, address, and size, small, medium, or large, along with $2.50, check or money order, the WMCA Good Guys, Box 5700, New York 17. No cash or stamps are accepted. Send your name, your address, and size along with $2.50 per shirt. You can check or money order. The WMCA Good Guys, Box 5700, New York 17, the Sultan of Scarsdale's mansion here. No orders accepted after midnight, June the 30th. But remember, you do not have to buy a Good Guy sweatshirt. WMCA gives them away all day, every day, so stay tuned. Joe O'Brien, Harry Harrison, Jake Spector. Danny, of course, uses the knock-knock affairs. Your leader, BMR, does a swapping bit. Stay tuned to the number one, and that's fun. WMCA, baby. Oh, what's happening? Oh, we're playing ping pong with Joe's head.
Are
Good.
you going back and forth, looking for the acne remedy? Try Strideex medicated pads, new effective way to fight common acne pimples. Each Strideex pad is saturated with invisible medication. No greasy filler like cover-ups. Take a pad, wipe it over your face. You wipe off excess oil, grime, infectious bacteria, the 3 immediate causes of pimples of common acne. You wipe on cool, invisible medication that starts fighting pimples immediately, keeps on fighting, helps prevent new pimples. Wipe off, wipe on, throw the pad away. Clinical tests show Strideex is clearly superior to the leading cover-up cream. That's why Strideex is guaranteed to work or your money back.
Your guilt back, that's right.
Remember,
What?
Strideex medicated pads.
First call from Suffolk for your Nancy seg. Here's a big number 21, the Good Guys survey. It's Lonnie Mack. First call from Suffolk. Did about PL25000. Name, claim, star with B. Mitchel Reed and the What Weird World of WMCA. Oh, yeah, let's have another bluegrass country type of soul. 6 in front of 10 on WMCA. That's Memphis by Lonnie Mack. And we'll have the name of the winner of that little record there in just a minute. That was a name claim affair.
Your riverboat darling, Tammy, has gone to work in a big city hospital. And we promise you, medical science and the love life of the intern will never be the same again. It's Sandra Dee as a student nurse with quaint ideas of her own in Tammy and the Doctor.
Co-starring Peter Fonda as the young doctor who couldn't find a cure in the books for his kind of heart trouble.
The perfect prescription for hilarious romance.
Tammy and the Doctor in color.
Now playing the RKO Palace, RKO 23rd Street, and Brooklyn, Albany, and other theaters in the entire New York area. 6 in front of 10 with BMR and WMCA. Congratulating Esther Marina of 45 First Avenue in East Norwalk, Connecticut. Naming and claiming a record way back there called Till Then. Going to have another name claim in just 60 seconds from now.
Shaker is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Shaker, pleasure doesn't fade even when your thirst is done. The most rewarding flavor in this man's world for people who are having fun. Shaker is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Shaker is the one beer to have when you're having more than
22nd call from anywhere. Diddly blah. Name claim of the 22nd call. The good guy service. Ray Charles.
Ever kissed me?
That was the title there.
The way you do.
By you. You know. Yeah. Oh, that's Soul Uptown. Soul Siciliano style.
Here's Vic Damone for Coppertone.
Make the most of moments in the sun. Coppertone makes living in the sunshine fun. It gives the fastest tan, as you will quickly see. Cause nothing tans like Coppertone naturally. So don't you be a pale face, get that sun. Get yourself some Coppertone, it's #1. Get the fastest tan that anyone can. Tan don't burn, get a Coppertone tan.
Yes, sirree. Get out and enjoy the sun. And for the best balanced tanning, use Coppertone. You not only get a deep, rich, natural tan, you get the fastest tan possible with maximum sunburn protection. Florida tests proved it. No wonder Coppertone is America's favorite suntan product by far. Remember, the best way to tan is with Coppertone.
Available at drug guild stores and your leader, BMR, WMCA, Wide Weird World from WMCA in New York, The Voice in New York, I'm calling Syrup City, where the flower is gone. Easier said than done, it's all right, so much in love and jazz like. In other words, more sound with BMR. And Fred Facey and the news upcoming here momentarily with your leader, BMR. Stay tuned, baby.
This is Fred Facey, and I have news for you. Rather, in a word, sensational. Harold Macmillan has emphasized his refusal to quit as British Prime Minister because of the Profumo scandal. Macmillan said tonight he won't panic over the scandal and intends to lead the Conservative Party in Britain's next election. He spoke less than 24 hours before he was to meet President Kennedy for important talks. The Irish went all out again for President Kennedy on his second day in Ireland. The enthusiasm was so great that at one stop in Cork, a man shook Kennedy's hand and refused to let go as the president stood in his car. The car started to move and Kennedy lost his footing in the car, but the president picked himself up quickly and again was all smiles. In Dublin, tens of thousands cheered the president. He addressed the Irish Parliament and pledged the U.S. will use all its power to forge a worldwide pact to freeze the spread of atomic weapons. Kennedy also urged other small nations to imitate Ireland's peace role. Soviet Premier Khrushchev has quickly plunged into a surprise summit meeting with Soviet satellite leaders after his arrival in East Berlin. It's believed Khrushchev is lining up his East European satellites behind Kremlin policy in the ideological conflict with Red China and possibly charting a new course for better relations with the West. Khrushchev also is trying to offset President Kennedy's triumphant reception in West Berlin, but with poor success. The communist East Germans say that a U.S. Army sergeant has crossed to their side from West Berlin and asked for political asylum. He was identified as Thomas Batty of Philadelphia. The Army says that a Thomas Batty is absent without leave, but adds that it is not certain whether Batty is the man described by the East Germans. 2 college seismographs in the U.S. have recorded severe earthquakes believed centered in the Kurile Islands off Japan. Reports come from Spring Hill College in Mobile, Alabama, and the University of California in Berkeley. A spokesman at Spring Hill said the intensity was such that the quake would cause great damage if centered in a populated area. The section of President Kennedy's civil rights bill dealing with public accommodations was given no chance of passage today. Representative Adam Clayton Powell, a Harlem Democrat, said without support of Representative Charles Halleck of Indiana, Senator Everett Dirksen of Illinois, and Senator Goldwater of Arizona, the bill cannot pass the House, much less the Senate. All 3 lawmakers opposed the section. In the Senate, Jacob Javits, a New York Republican, reminded the bill cannot pass without Republican support and called on the Democrats to recognize this as a partnership, not just backing President Kennedy's program, a moral issue and national issue. Interior Secretary Udall today promised a flexible approach to the question of boundaries for the proposed Fire Island National Seashore. He spoke with 5 Suffolk County leaders who had gone to Washington to protest the possible inclusion of some highly developed areas in Southampton. Udall opened the meeting, however, by saying that while he hopes the largest possible area can be included in the park, he is willing to exclude any highly controversial areas and even would support a seashore on Fire Island alone if Congress and local leaders decide it should be that. Israel has completed an agreement to buy a battalion of Hawk anti-aircraft missiles from the United States. It's to counter what the Israelis claim is an ominous air power buildup in neighboring Egypt. The National Mediation Board says it has been informed by the sleeping car porters that their union is withdrawing its threatened strike at midnight Monday, pending action by President Kennedy. Former Vice President Nixon had an audience today in Vatican City with Pope Paul. President Kennedy meets the pontiff next Tuesday. A fire in a 21-story office building in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, has claimed at least 7 lives, and there are fears the toll may go higher. Alabama Governor George Wallace says he will take a forceful stand against federal attempts to integrate Alabama high schools if such an attempt is made. WMCA weather scope. A few thunder showers likely this evening. Fair, warm, and humid tonight. Low 65 to 70. Partly cloudy and humid tomorrow, but not quite as warm as today. High 85 to 90, but lower at the beaches. Right now, the winds are from the southwest at 7 miles per hour. The humidity, 58%. And the current WMCA Midtown temperature, it's 78 degrees. The top stories of the hour. British Prime Minister Macmillan says he will stay on despite Profumo scandal. Irish give President Kennedy enthusiastic welcome. Fred Facey with all the news by all means. More news at 10:30 on WMCA New York.
Radio viewers, a public service message from Peele's Beer, that delicious product of Peele Brothers, Brooklyn, New York, and Willimantic, Massachusetts.
Now, we realize that the Peele's Beer 12-ounce no-return economy pack is the best beer buy in town, and that Peele's is peak flavor brewed for that peak of flavor taste.
However, these crowds of automobiles in front of Peele's dealers are blocking police cars, ambulances, and stickball games.
The answer is this: buy a whole lot of Peele's economy packs at once.
Increase consumption and decrease congestion.
Yes, get those cars out of there. Get the Peele's economy pack, 6 12-ounce. Get them! 6 12-ounce non-returnable bottles. Still your best beer. Bye!
Good guy. Hit. 5, 5, 5, 5. 2 girls for it.
Jan and Dean, baby, from wherever where you like. Yeah.
Wagon and we call it a
West Coast.
Wait
a minute, I haven't gotten mine yet. Come here, Chip. I don't surf, but I'm a groove. Another reactivated flashback. 1962. Oh, wow. Dig them, the Kingston Trio. Where all the soldiers gone, they went over the hill. AWL, baby, they're heading up there to the Dover Drag Strip. Exciting dragging every Sunday, the Dover Drag in Wingdale. Don't tell all the MPs there, you know how nasty they are. And this Sunday is really special. From California, making its first appearance at the Dover Drag is the Dragmaster Dart, a double-A gas dragster with Jim Nelson at the wheel. Also, Pittman Edwards, a gas supercharged Willys coupe that consistently runs 140 miles per hour in a lapse time of 10.1 seconds. That's a great getaway car, Charlie. Steal it. We can rob 1 million banks. Shut up, Willie Sutton. It's open challenge to all gases this Sunday at the Dover Drag Strip to give the Pittman Edwards a gasser competition. Nothing beating the thrills of drag racing as a sport, especially at the beautiful Dover Drag Strip in the mountains at Wingdale, New York. Time trial starting at 10 a.m. Show up sober. Competition at 2 p.m. Don't miss the fun and excitement of speed every Sunday at the Dover Drag. And all you gassers, meet the challenge this Sunday at the Dover Drag Strip. Take the Sawmill River Parkway to Route 22, left to Wingdale, just off Route 22. Drag at Dover Drag. 12 pennies after 10. WMCA 78 degrees.
WMCA, first with the hits, first with the news, first on your dial. WMCA,
yeah, with BMR.
Gene Ward, sports columnist, New York Daily News, telling you about the special welcome home to the Giants football team in this Sunday's News Colorado magazine. A full color cover of Y.A. Tittle, plus 3 pages of the offensive and defensive stars who'll clash with Cleveland. Get your copy of the New York Sunday News.
This John Metz opening up half hour number 2 of the BMR Wide with Will for Thee, baby, at WMCA on a Saturday night. Please don't kiss me again. 25 of the hour of it on WMCA. The hits keep coming with me, Mitchel Reed, in the wide, weird world on WMCA. Swing it, grooviest, kookiest, sure shot of the week. It's Rumble. Jack Specs Nietzsche. Oh, I wish I could have made it a bell ringer. Yeah, it still is. It's Rumble. Jack Specs Nietzsche on WMCA. Hey, school, does your school have a blackboard? It sure it does, but there are plenty of countries where the kids don't even have a school, and you can help them with the Dollars to Teenagers Care, New York 16. The Scooters, the Wide Weird World, pick up on that. Dollars to Teenagers Care, New York 16. Here's a suggestion from Bush. And now at Bush, you can purchase a famous name TV set for that low price of only $99.95 and carry it with you and go out to a friend's house 50 miles outside the New York area and plug in and watch the Giants play tomorrow.
Where is it located?
Well, honey, as long as I know it's 50 miles outside the New York area is where you can, watch the game. Otherwise, you got to spend the bread and go see them over there at Yankee Stadium. That's right, only $99.95 for a fully guaranteed TV set made by one of the world's most famous TV manufacturers. I don't know who you are, honey, but you ask the most ridiculous questions. And best of all, at Bush, you pay only $5 down and $2.50 weekly for this TV set. Be sure you have a front row television seat for all the important and exciting events that are making history this week or the next week or this year. Get your TV set right now at Bush. At Bush for the lowest TV prices in town, only $99.95 for famous name TV. With B. Mitchell Reed 22 in front of the elevator, WMCA 60 beautiful degrees. Tonight, we will review the brand new albums. Fats Domino sings Mozart. Mozart sings Fats Domino, and Fats Domino plays dominoes.
Believe me, you'll enjoy
Thank you. Just something else. Yeah, it's like, what's this chick?
Better get a lot of sleep while you can.
Why?
You're going to be up all night starting next week.
How come?
It's dark all night.
This is going to keep me awake?
Sure, everybody stays awake all night to hear Johnny Dark starting on Night Watch next week.
Fabulous 57, the bright spot on your dial.
Yes, of course. Scream out there, your leaders here, BMR.
You're listening to the sounds of the Brooklyn Fox Holiday Review.
Be the Treat Show.
That broke every attendance record in the books. Now, an album of that show. It's the most exciting album ever made. The record-breaking performance live from the Brooklyn Fox, starring the Chiffons, Randy and the Rainbows, and the Time. And Jan and Dean, Gene Pitney, the Angels, and...
What is it? Tell me.
All right. The Fabulous Drifters and Jay and the Americans. The Beeline Baby Girls, the Ronettes, and Benny King. And the Shirelles. It's at your favorite record store, the album of the year. Live from the Brooklyn Fox. Get it now.
And get this sound right now on Stax Records. Former BMR, Pick the Click, a former bell ringer. 10th Coffin Queens, plus 2 5,000. Now number 17, good God, sir. Work it on that.
Dressed in black.
Walking, yeah, walking the dog, yeah. Helen, Bridal, South Ozone Park, named and claimed it. Reactivated Smash Back. The exciting exciters, 1962, honey. Still 60 degrees here in Midtown Manhattan. If you're in Jersey, I don't know what's out there, man. Hope you're not freezing out there. Tell him sound 16 in front of it on WMCA with BMR. The hits keep coming. Upcoming, Mary Wells and the name claim from the Bronx.
Shaker is the one beer you have when you're having more than one. Shaker pleasure doesn't fade even when your thirst is done. The most rewarding flavor in this man's world for people who are having fun. Shaker is the one beer you have when you're having more than one.
On WMCA where the fun shines all day and night. BMR TCB nightly 7 to 11. 6 call from the Bronx. This is the Cliffhanger. Plaza 25004. Name and claim this Motown sound. Yeah, Mary Wells, what, honey?